Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, welcoming you to another edition of our Dragon's Demand run-through. But before we begin, I got a little bit of news, as I always do. I just want to talk about some of the things that we have on the horizon. We are planning to bring back the Rolling for 20 venue. And if you're unfamiliar with that format, that's where myself and one of the other hard slingers will sit down, obviously via the virtual eye of destiny, where you'll be able to see our faces as we do this, and we basically go over different editions. We go over different races, classes, spells, weapons, and we're going to be comparing them to different editions as well. You kind of get the idea. So we're not just going to be doing the 5th edition mechanics, but we're going to kind of digress into first edition and in 3.5 and 4th edition. I know that's everybody's stay away. No, we're not going to stay away from anything. We'll be talking about Pathfinder as well, basic fantasy RPG, all those other editions, and I'm hoping that you guys are looking forward to listening as much as we're looking forward to running it. Also on the horizon, I think I've mentioned this on one of the previous episodes, myself and the hard slingers of yore will be trying to pin down another date when we could get together and run another one of our Delta Green scenarios, Hourglass, written by Shane Ivey. It's just a matter of scheduling at this point. We all have families, we all have kids, and we want to make sure that when we do it, that we can sit down and dedicate that full day to doing it inside the rage room around the table of judgment. I know, right now, California, we're still in our lockdown mode, but I think myself and the hard slingers of yore are still going to get together because we are looking forward to doing it. Like I said, it's just a matter of scheduling. And speaking of California still being in our lockdown mode, I know that once all this stuff finally lifts and we're able to get back into the rage room, the first thing we want to do is we want to pick up where we left off with the Carrion Crown. Because you know what? One thing I hate doing is leaving something hanging, leaving something uncompleted. So I'm hoping that becomes a reality, and believe me, we want to get our hard slinger of the past, Eric, once again to come back to the table. Eric, if you still listen to this show, we're getting you back. We're getting you back, sucker. Gonna get you back. Well, I think other than mentioning that we're out there on all of our social medias, please make sure you subscribe to us on whatever podcast app you listen to the show on. Leave us that 5-star rating and review. Like I said before, Apple really takes into account all of those ratings and reviews, and that's how we move up through the analytic ladder of success. So be sure to leave us that rating. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're out there, Roll the Hard 20. Well, without any further delay, warm up your dice and top off your glass as Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents The Dragon's Demand, Episode 7, Soylent Green. Chris, you up?
Yeah, I'm ready, dude.
I'm going to silence my phone. There we go.
That's mighty kind of you.
I'm red-eye.
So how was everybody's week?
It's been good.
Okay, yeah.
Nice to have a 3-day weekend.
Who?
Me, I had a 3-day weekend.
Oh,
I didn't get that memo.
did you get Martin Luther King Day off?
I did. Got
That's
the MLK
right.
Day.
You probably did. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I'll take the free day off.
I didn't even get a day off. Junior?
No, I still had to work.
I saw you. You didn't look very disgruntled, though.
Nah, I was okay with it.
We're fine. Oh, you fine. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, and with me, the Hard Slingers. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, dogs. I don't even need Godzilla over that one. I'm gonna put him in there anyways, though. So when we last left off, you guys walked into this room that appeared to be some kind of a torture type of a room, where you encountered some large raven sitting atop of a placard, some kind of a crest, and he basically gave you the rundown of what this place was once called, besides the Witch Tower. Does anyone remember what that place was called?
Tower of Bellmaid?
What?
Tower of Bellmaid or something like that?
No.
No? Then I don't know.
The
Anybody?
House of Pain.
House of Pain? Nope.
Nothing.
I don't
Tula's
remember.
Tower.
Tula's. Oh,
Tula's.
that's right, Tula, because she was. They erected it in her honor.
Oh,
did.
I had Tula Bellmaid, but I don't know what that was.
It's Belhaim.
Belhaim.
That's right. They named the town
Yeah.
after her. So as you guys were inquisitive, as you guys were questioned by this raven, you gave him some information. He in turn gave you quite a bit of information about this tower, basically telling you how far it went back, and that at one point this family known as the Canticleurs had taken over, and then all the trouble that ensued from them, and then eventually the Devis stopped his insurrection, his family's insurrection, and then they became the barons of the land itself. And the raven told you about a secret door that you guys then went through, and as each of you went out in turn, slowly the door closed behind Flint, who was the last one. Now, as I described, you guys exited this room. You went up the hallway north about, I think 30 feet, and then it turned to the west, where I said it extended for, I think, 60 feet before making a turn back to the south again. Stubby, you were leading the way, followed by, I don't remember if it was Sirkin or Griswold.
Probably Griswold.
Okay, and then was Sirkin after you, and then Flint, you were the one that bringing up the rear when the door slowly closed behind you. And that is where we will pick up. Stubby, as you're going down this long 10-foot wide corridor, takes you down. Actually, it takes you down 150 feet, right? Maybe? No, sorry, 40 feet. My bad. Takes you down 40 feet before it turns to the south. Describe for me how you traverse this corridor of you.
Real quick, is the light is similar to the rest of the tower? Where
Yeah,
just
it's very
kind of
low lit light. It's almost omnidirectional. There's really no solid source for it, and it defies logic how when you first entered this tower, how dark it was. But as soon as you started coming through these corridors, the illumination started to get a little bit brighter. Not much. Still kept it very low lit. Enough for you to kind of see, but also enough to keep the shadows rather dark.
Do we see? I know we were tracking that like low hanging like runway, that hanging down from the ceiling. Did that extend into here?
Let me explain this what you guys saw. It was actually a carved out tunnel that was in the ceiling, and it was approximately 3 feet wide with a large chain that was running through it. I made the mistake of saying it looked like a channel. It was actually a cutout groove with a large chain that was emanating. It actually derived from that room that had the big lever in it that you pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And that caused the chain to start moving and ratcheting through this channel. But you had left that behind you before you ever entered the room with all the torture devices.
Okay.
So you have yet to see it again come across the ceiling. You're north of that by probably, I don't know, maybe 200 feet, if not more. You'd have to make some kind of a knowledge check to kind of gain your bearings.
Okay. I'd like to enter stealth and kind of work my way down this hall. I look back at the group and say, "Hey, you guys hang out here for a minute. I want to stealthily go down and see if I can see what's going down at the end of the hall."
Okay.
Or dog legs.
Now this is the 40-foot
Yep.
leg
the 40
of the hallway. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and make your stealth check.
That'd be a 24.
24. Describe for me how you creep along this hallway.
So I get up against one of the walls and my back to the wall and kind of arms, kind of blend in with the wall and creep my way down the 40 foot to where it dog legs.
Okay. You get to the end of it and you can now see that it goes south. Tell me what you want to do at that corner.
So I'm going to motion for the group to move forward to my position.
You guys want to stealth that too?
Might as well try.
Give it the attempt as well.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
When in Rome.
That's right. When in stealth. Balls deep. Griswold, what do you got?
I rolled an 11, but I have a -1 to Dex, so that's a 10.
10. Sirkin.
12.
12. 10, 12. Flint.
0.
0. Flint hard soul.
That's right.
So, Stubby, you managed to creep your way along this 40-foot hallway. Doesn't even make a sound. A leaf falling on the ground makes more noise. And you gesture for all your boys to come on down. And they just come rolling down like a bunch of trash cans getting blown in the Santa Ana wind. They come up behind you. What would you like to do at the corner of this hallway?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell the freight train behind me to chill for a minute, and then I'm gonna. How long does that hall go down?
You haven't looked down the other side of the hallway.
Okay, so I want to look around the other side. I'm still stealth.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
you-
gonna look around that corner.
Peek your head around that corner, and you see it. It seems to extend south for about 100 and. Sorry, seems to extend south for about 40 feet or so, and then it ends and turns back to the east again. So you've gone west, and then you see it go down south, and then you see it turn to the east again.
Do I see any features in this next 40 feet that are different than the hall that I was in?
No, it looks exactly like the hallway that you just traversed. Exactly. It's got the same smooth stones along it. The ceiling's about 7 feet tall above you. The floor and the walls and the ceiling all appear to be made of the same stone material.
Okay.
And everything's smooth.
Okay. So I'm going to continue down the hall, but I'm going to serpentine down the hall.
Okay, so you're heading south, serpentining.
Yep. Serpentine.
Still stealth in there, serpentine, or what?
Yep. Still stealth.
Okay, give me another stealth roll.
See him like doing cartwheels from one end of the hallway to the other. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
22.
22. How far down this hallway do you want to go with leaving your boys behind?
I'll go down halfway, 20 feet.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I think the hallway is actually 80 feet south.
So I'll go half the distance. 40.
Okay, so you go down 40 feet.
Yep.
And so now you're in the middle of this hallway.
Okay. Nothing. I look around, see if the features of the hall or anything else is different than where I came from.
No, it looks the same. I mean, tell me what kind of checks you want to make. If you want to make some kind of a check or what you want to do.
My perception sucks, so I don't know that it's going to make that big of a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and bring the rest of the, because I turned, so they can't see me anymore.
Okay, Griswold. Now you see that Stubby has left. He's gone down this corridor. What would you like to do? You're the next one in line at this point.
Well, it seemed like he was, he was trying to be sneaky. We weren't doing a good job of that. So I'm just going to wait for his signal, but it seems like he's getting ready to get this one to come down. So,
Sirkin, you're in the middle of these two men. You got one man in front of you, one man pulling up the train, the caboose. What are you doing?
hear anything from Sebi, so I'm just gonna just assume that it's okay to go.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna stealth again and try to catch up with him. That'll be 22.
22. Okay. You turn the corner and you see Stabi is standing about 40 feet away from you in the middle of this really long corridor that stretches to the south. It's the same width as the one you're in, 10 feet wide. And you make your way and you start moving towards him with your full range of motion and eventually catch up to him. Flint.
Since we're underground and you said the corridors are actually made out of stone,
Yes.
can I make a, what would it be for stone cunning? Is that
I believe it's wisdom.
wisdom? I want to roll and see what kind of work this is. If this is dwarven work, or even if this stone is, coming from the area, from the land itself, or if it came from somewhere else.
Very good. Roll with advantage.
All right. 9. Still shitty.
9. The only thing you could tell is it looks like it's made out of limestone.
Limestone. Did we see a lot of limestone when we were above ground, or anything that was built in town with limestone?
You can make a history check if you want to try to recollect.
Not rolling good today. 5.
5. With all the events that have happened in the last, I don't know, maybe 9 hours or so after your short rest, you really can't remember too much other than seeing that old man at the livery stable taken aback by the guards, taking custody of the individual that brought you into town in his 3 wagons. Yeah, you don't really remember too much about any of the other stuff, other than even the wise piper inn. You weren't even there that long before all hell broke loose.
Okay, and then I just want to take a look behind me, see if everything looks okay, no one behind us, and
Make a perception check.
will do. Come on, give me something good. 18.
18. Everything else seems kind of mundane. You notice a rat kind of skittering around from one side to the other, sniffing at cracks in the walls.
Kill it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's really about it. I mean, nothing else going on.
All right. I want to move up a little closer to the churn in the hallway.
So now you're right next to Griswold at this point. You peek around the corner. You see Stubby and Sirkin are in the middle of this really long hallway. They look about halfway down, and from what you can gauge, it's probably about 80 feet long before it turns to the east. Stubby, you see Sirkin walking up towards you, creeping, very stealthful indeed. What would you like to do?
Okay. I look at Sirkin and say, hey, I'd like to get down to the end of this hall. So far, it seems everything's safe up to this point. I'm going to try to stealth, down the rest of the 40 feet and see where this goes. Go ahead and just stay here for right now.
Okay, sounds good. I'll watch your back.
Okay. So I'm gonna move down the remaining 40 feet of the hall.
Okay.
And I rolled a 12 this time.
Not particularly stealthful, but if it's alerted anybody, you're really not certain at this point. As you get to the end of your hallway where you could only look to the east, you notice that the hallway actually reduces in size from 10 feet to 5 feet. But that's the least of your worries. You see that the floor seems to drop away in this corridor, and the remainder of this passageway, which extends for 45 feet east before turning again to the south, has been turned into a large trough, and it's filled with this foul-smelling green sludge. But you notice that there's even though the walls seem to be very smooth, there's a bit of like a ledge that's been extended out from the wall. And you could see that there was a groove that maybe this ledge had once fit in. Make a perception check from where you are.
1.
1. It just completely confounds you. So,
I feel like Chunk from Goonies.
yeah,
Oh,
Chunk. So, Chunk, basically, this hallway narrows down to 5 feet, and it goes for. How long did I say? Fuck! It goes 45 feet away from you to the east, and it's just filled with this greenish, thick sludge. But you see that there's just a little bit of a ledge sticking out of the southern wall, probably like maybe 12 inches at most.
Okay. I'm gonna go back the way I came and gather the rest of the party and advise them that, hey, this twist and turn that we go down it, the hallway narrows quite a bit, and there's a lot of sludge.
Okay, so you're telling this to Sirkin.
To
At
Sirkin,
this
yeah,
point.
because I haven't gone all
Griswold.
the way back.
Mhm.
You're at the corner of this northern hallway area, and you can see Stabby, go further down, go further south, look to the left, and then he returns back to Sirkin.
Yeah. When I see him come back, I will move to catch up to Sirkin, and I'll also gesture for Flint to follow with.
Okay.
I tag
Flint?
along as well. Yeah.
Okay. Sirkin, you see Stabby return to you. So now the four of you are once again together. Stabby, what were you going to say?
Hey guys, I went a little further, and this hall narrows down to about 5 feet. But there's a lot of green sludge down here, and I can't really tell if there's a way for us to get through it or not. Maybe one of you guys can take a look. It's safe up to that point, but maybe one of you guys can take a look and see if there's some way we can get through this passage.
Yeah, I can take a look, and then I'd like to go look and do a nature check on the sludge.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, that totally does.
18.
18. What are your thoughts when you look at this green sludge
Phew.
initially?
I'm trying to figure out if some sort of slime-like creature can live in this. How dangerous it is for living things. If it's just like ingestion or like just touch, stuff like that.
Okay. As you examine this green sludge, you realize that your fears are allayed. It is not green slime, but it is some kind of acidic sludge.
Okay.
And like I said, it extends about 45 feet of this trough filled with it before venturing to the south, turning to the south. And from the way that this sludge fills this, you could tell that it probably fills the rest of it as well. And the other thing you could see that could possibly aid you would be that ledge. And by the way, Griswold, here you go, babe. Gold doubloon for
Yeah.
using that fucking good job. And you know what, Flint? It's coming, babe. That's all I can say. You hit on something really nice last session, and I just don't want to give it away. But if you don't die, this might be your night.
All right.
Good luck, don't die.
So, Griswold, taking that into account, how do you want to relay that to the rest of your boys?
Yeah, I wanna let them know that this looks like it continues on for quite a bit, and it looks acidic. If anyone has any way of getting it out of here or doing anything, they have a ton of baking soda on them. Maybe that can help.
I think I might have that in my.
Right next to your cocaine vial.
I get it mixed up every once in a while.
I've been robbed, man.
Rusty pipes, I tell you.
I need to make a call. Sell that shit.
I don't think
that could possibly aid in that.
Sirkin, what would you like to do? You're presented with this information from Griswold.
I'm gonna ask Stevie and Griswold, how wide is the ledge that you guys saw? Like, is it easily traversable, or can we like go single file down it potentially? Like, what did you guys see?
I personally, as a human, do not remember.
As a
Yeah,
human,
I don't remember the exact size.
Griswold, maybe
Now-
you could tell Koosh that it was about 12 inches wide.
Okay.
Between
it's
10 to
about
12 inches wide.
So it's about a foot wide.
You know, make a perception check while you're down there, Griswold.
I got a 1 on that one.
Give me that fucking gold doubloon back.
No, I'm keeping it. I 3D printed it. You can't.
Yeah, you get nothing, dog.
I'll take a look at the ledge.
What's that?
I'll take a look at the ledge.
Okay.
You know, and I'm good at perception, and I freaking failed. That is a 5.
Surprisingly, you did fail. So, Sirkin, he explains to you, what about the ledge, Griswold?
Well, I got a 1, so I could probably just tell him it's about a foot wide, and it might be the ledge might be our safest bet for avoiding the slime. I mean, this ledge.
Can we put it on fire?
The ledge?
The
No.
sludge.
Sludge, the acid.
Possibly.
I look at
We
Griswold
can
and
certainly
say,
try lighting it up. I don't know how far the flames would fan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
And
slime.
let me remind you guys, the door behind us did close, so
do we want to try to go around the ledge, guys? Do we think that's safe at this point?
I mean, with
Probably
the
not.
knowledge we have, it's our, like Serkin
Yeah,
was going to
probably
say,
not.
our only option.
Wait, sorry. Can we see like when the ledge stops and we're back on when we would be back on solid ground, or is it like turn and then we can't see?
It looks like the ledge goes all the way to the edge and makes the turn with the wall. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the ledge head is extended from the wall, but it's all the way around it. Think of like crown molding or like a...
Yeah. And I'm just wondering if we can see from where we are any point in which we would be on solid ground again.
Not from your position, and you can't tell what is south down that corridor where this trough ends.
Okay. Okay. Tell you guys what. I can maybe wild shape into something small and then try and scout this shit out for us and see where this stops. It looks good. I'll come back. I'll gesture that we should go, and then I will continue on. I'm not wild shaping back out.
Okay. Well, as he gets ready to embark on that, then I will gather everyone and cast guidance on everyone. So that would give you an additional D4 to add to your ability check for up to a minute.
And that doesn't help you with death saves, by the way. Just let you know.
Well, I mean, at least it's a +4 to anything else.
Okay, so Griswold, describe for me what you do. Sirkin, do you have anything to add to this, by the way? Do you want to do it?
I don't have anything to actually help us. I'm just trying to
Happy to be
focus.
alive? I'm just happy to be vertical.
Yeah.
Create a good
I would have
character.
cure wounds if anyone gets injured, but other than that, don't have anything.
Nice. Okay. So I am going to wild shape into what I perceive to be small and sturdy on its feet. So I'm going to wild shape into a cat.
A cat.
Yeah, and since this is a witch's tower, I'll probably do like a black cat, so I just like look out of place.
Yeah, name
Okay.
Salem.
The name's still Griswold. If you say anything else, I'll guide you swiftly.
So you start. Tell me what you're gonna do then.
I'm gonna
Morph
wild
down
shape
into
a
wild
cat.
shape into a cat. What kind of color? What color is your cat?
Black cat, so it's like a witch's tower kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to try and, at least
Like-
as sneakily as possible, try and work my way down this down this edge and see if I can figure out when this stops.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need that Transformers sound as he gets down into the cat mode. Okay, so you get on the ledge, and I want you to go and make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Sorry, I have to like completely remember cat statistics. I have to figure out what I have to add to this. That is 17.
What is it?
17.
17. So you make your way down this precipice, and as you're going down the precipice, I'd like for Stubby, Flint, and Sirkin to make a perception check as they're watching you go down it.
Cheering on from the sidelines. Oh,
Yes. What do you got, Stubby?
12.
12. Flint?
natural 1. So I fell
Sirkin.
asleep.
13.
13. Stubby, you and Sirkin. Flint, you're too busy staring at the bubbles of this green sludge type material. The both of you see a rat kind of like move between your legs and actually jump onto the little ledge as well and kind of follow the cat. Griswold, as you make your way to the end of this what did I say was 45 feet, you see it turns to the south. You continue to see that this trough is still there, and it goes for about another 10 feet before it widens again to 10 more feet, and it's still filled with this green sludge. But you notice that the precipice that you're on conforms to the wall itself and seems to go where it lands on regular dry land.
Okay, so it seems like we can take this and get to dry land. It won't be
Yeah.
too far away. Okay, at that point, I'll head back and kind of gesture for the others to show up.
As you turn and turn around, you notice that in front of you seems to be some kind of a rat. And it looks at you. And it says, in a very familiar voice, "You should never have come this far."
Is this the same voice as the Raven?
It sounds very similar to that of the Raven.
Okay. Is he like blocking me?
It's blocking you. And you see it kind of rear up and morph into a cat itself.
I say, eat them, motherfucker.
And let you and I roll initiative.
Ooh. I let out that angry cat noise.
What do you got?
Sorry, I gotta look at the bonus here. That is a 10.
10. It rears up on its haunches and swipes at you with its claw. Ooh, god damn. 21?
21's gonna hit for sure, man.
That's
Cat
right, it will. For 4 points of slashing damage.
I think
It
that's enough to
screams
bring
at
me
you to
back.
jump into the sludge now.
Okay. Anyway, I think I turned back into a dwarf.
Okay.
At that point, I want to kick him into the sludge.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack, and then I need you to make an acrobatics check as well.
Sure. Let's see. So my attack is 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
All right. Oops, I rolled the same dice for damage. That's fucking dumb.
Keep
Wait,
the
that's
number.
what I
Just
kick him.
kidding.
So that's just a 1 to damage, but I'm trying
1
to
to
kick him
damage,
into
okay.
into the poison or the acid.
Okay. Make your acrobatics check.
Yeah, and then acrobatics. Let me see what I normally add to this. Oh yeah, it's the -1, so 15.
15.
Yeah.
You wobble on this edge and manage to still stay like Spider-Man up against the wall here, as you see this rat get kicked into this green slime, kind of frantically fluttering around. Stabby, you see this whole exchange happen at the same time. What would you like to do?
The rat is in the acid.
Well, it's in this green sludges
It's in the
type
sludge.
material. Yeah. That's
Okay.
very acidic.
Okay. I'm gonna move a little bit closer to Griswold to assist if I can.
Okay.
Is the rat trying to get out of the acid back onto the ledge?
Not yet. It just literally just got kicked in there.
Okay. How far am I from the rat?
You're probably about 35 feet away. Because
Okay.
when Griswold turned the corner and saw what was going on, he turned back around the corner to see you guys. And that's right when the rat was right there. So it's
Okay.
they're right at the corner of right before it turns to the south.
Okay. I'm gonna actually stay where I'm at, and I'm gonna try to shoot the rat with my short bow.
Okay.
This is like the
roll
rat
an
shouldn't
8.
have come back.
What is it?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. You see this bolt go wide, completely missing.
Okay.
Sirkin, you're watching this exchange go as well.
Right now, doesn't seem like there's a lot of room to kind of maneuver on that ledge, so Sirkin's just gonna stay back to where he is right now.
Okay, Flint.
Flint's gonna get his mace ready and see what happens to this rat that managed to fall into the slime. And if he manages to come closer towards us, then I would like to take a swing at him.
Okay. You see this rat begin to morph as he takes a point of damage. And it morphs into this small, grotesque creature with these gnarled features. It almost looks tiny and humanoid, just really disgusting as it tries to climb up back onto the ledge. Feebly scratching at it, unable to make it. Griswold.
I'm gonna do my best Lion King impression and try to keep this guy down. Let's see. Yeah, I'll use. I don't want to use fire here, so I'm going to use Thorn Whip.
Okay.
To crack the whip on this guy and to make sure he stays down there. That is. Oh, it's not going to be great. It's 12 to hit.
And it misses. And
Okay.
I need you to make another acrobatics check.
Okay. All right, that was better though. 16 this time.
16, you still manage to stay on this ledge, surprisingly.
Okay, can I move? So which is closer, the other the solid ground further ahead, or the one back from whence I came?
It looked equidistant. And
Okay,
from
can I
where you
actually-
are, you're back around the corner
Uh-huh.
where the rest of your guys are at. So you'd have to turn the corner and traverse that same distance for 5 feet before it widens into a hallway of 10 feet wide. So you'd have to follow the contours of the hallway before you can get to the other side, which
Okay.
looks to be like a landing of about 15 feet deep and maybe 15 feet wide, and you're not sure what's around that corner where it kind of widens.
Okay, I'm still gonna go that way.
Which way?
Towards the other ledge.
Okay.
That was up ahead.
So you turn back around the corner and you start moving. Now you can't double move on this
No.
little landing.
I was just gonna go as
So-
far as I could.
Okay, so you'll be short of the landing by 10 feet, but I'll need you to make another acrobatics check.
Okay, I rolled better that time. 17.
Okay, so you still retain your position against the wall, and you could see that the landing, like I said, is 15 feet deep, and it's about 15 feet away from you. And it looks like it extends to the west, which is to your right, but you can't see what's on that side of the landing.
Okay.
Stubby, you watched Griswold try to attack this creature in the green sludge, and then turn back around the corner and continue his forward progress. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna follow Griswold.
Okay. Go ahead and make your acrobatics check on that ledge.
17.
17. Got no problem. You make it your full range of what do you got for 30 feet? Is that what your movement
25.
is?
Halfling.
25. Okay, so you make it 25 feet along this edge. Sirkin.
Is this humanoid figure still within the sludge? Is it like within?
It's still in the sludge. When it comes up, it's probably going to try to get back up on the ledge again.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna pull out my longbow and try to attack it that way.
Okay.
18.
18's going to hit.
Okay. For 4 points of damage.
You see it sink it into its body, and now it's trying to grab a hold of the ledge, trying to pull this arrow out. Flint, what would you like to do? Oh, do you want to move? Or do you want to stay on that ledge? Hold on a second, Flint.
I'm gonna stay where I am right now.
Okay. Flint.
I'm probably going to stay in the same location. I just don't want to risk falling in just quite yet. But can I make a quick perception and seeing, is this goo sticking on this creature that transformed?
Some of it is. I mean, it's not
Okay.
staying in like large quantities, not large globules, but you can see it retains a sheen of this.
Okay. Can I roll perception to see if it's like doing additional damage to him? Like if it's actually causing him harm?
Sure.
Oh, that's pretty good. 18.
It is. You can see that the longer he stays in here, probably the more uncomfortable he's becoming
All right, perfect.
through damage being
Okay.
inflicted. Look
All
at
right.
Koosh just laughing.
All right. In that case, go ahead and roll me a dex save,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to cast Sacred Flame.
15.
15 actually passes, so nothing happens, unfortunately.
Now, does that have the ability to ignite things that are flammable?
It doesn't say so. It says flame-like radiance descends from a creature that you see within range. Target must make a success on a dex save.
Okay. Very good. It tries to claw at the ledge once again and manages to find purchase and pull itself up. Now, Stubby, it's right next to you at this point. Griswold, from where you are in the middle of this,
Okay.
you're probably about 15 feet away from the southern ledge from where you are. What would you like to do?
Now, Thornwhip says I can pull something. Can I pull it?
Now, you can
back
no
into the-
longer see what's going on,
okay.
though, around the corner.
Got it. Well, then I'm gonna try and just get off of this ledge, basically.
Okay. Go ahead and make your athletics check to get to the other side.
All right. I'm using inspiration or the doubloon. That was bad. So I re-rolled and I got 19.
19. Boom. Okay, so you make it to the far edge, the far ledge, and you see, like I said, it goes 15 feet, and then you could see that to the western portion, it extends about 20 feet, and then there's a door in the southern wall.
Okay. After I'm on stable ground, I want to position myself such that I can ready an action to use Thornwhip to try and pull this thing into the acid again if I see it.
Okay. Stubby. This thing has climbed up on the ledge right next to you. You see it's just this impish looking, fiendish creature, and it looks at you. You should leave Tulsa Tower. Leave Tulsa Tower now. Go back the way you came.
So I'm gonna say no. I don't think so.
Why not?
I'm going to with my rapier, try to stab this thing. An 11?
Misses.
Man, I can't hit shit. Okay, I want to use I have a cunning action, so I can dash away.
Okay.
So I want to dash towards Griswold, to continue.
Okay, go ahead and make your now on the ledge you're only going to be able to go your range of motion. You won't be able to double move on that, but you'll still need to make an acrobatics check for that.
Okay. 11.
11. You turn the corner, and as you see Griswold on the other side, you actually slip into this green sludge and take a point of acid damage at where you are.
I tried to catch you with a thorn whip, but I think it would do more damage.
Now,
More harm
Sirkin,
than good.
you see two things happen. You see Stubby round the corner, and you see this little creature go invisible. Just completely disappear. What would you like to do?
In that case, since I can't see it anymore, my character Sirkin's just gonna assume that he rounded the corner and didn't see him. So he's gonna actually just go up on the ledge and start trying to traverse the ledge.
Okay, go and make your acrobatics check as you start to move along it.
Acrobatics 10.
10. You get about 20 feet out and slip into the sludge as well, taking a point of acid damage. Flint, you're watching Sirkin go down along, slip, whoosh, Stubby, slip, whoosh. What would you like to do?
At this point, I'm going to try to get on the ledge myself and try to...
Go for a swim?
No, hopefully not, but the way I'm rolling... I'll try to move up and give aid and see if I could help. Sirkin, I guess, would be the closest one. See if I give him a hand to get out of there. So acrobatics.
Yes.
An 8.
You get about 10 feet, whoosh, slip right into it, taking a point of acid damage as well.
It's like the fucking slug's lair where everyone fell down into the water.
Griswold. Now you're landing by yourself. It's far from quiet. You hear all these thick, meaty dunks into this sludge, but you stand solitary, and you don't see anything else coming down along that ledge.
I'm still gonna keep an eye out for something. See if I can see anything, and then ready in action for when I do see something to attack it with Thorn Whip.
Okay. Stubby, you're in the thick of this stuff. And by the way, how tall are you?
I am, I think, hold on. I'm 3 feet tall.
3 feet. So this shit is right up to your chin at this point.
Sounds hot.
Yeah. So you take another point of damage. And what would you like to do?
I want to try to get out of this shit.
Okay. How you want to get out of it?
I'm going to grab onto the ledge and hoist myself out, or try anyway. Acrobatics?
Yes, please.
Huh, 10.
10. You grab hold of the ledge, but you just can't seem to find purchase with all this shit on your hands. Sirkin.
So I'm still stuck in the sludge right now, right?
You're still stuck in the sludge too.
Okay.
I thought you
But
said
you're like a half elf, right? You're a half elf. So this stuff is probably coming up to about almost your waist. From what you can gather, it's probably about 2 feet deep, maybe a little bit over 2 feet deep.
Acrobatics. It's 21.
21. So
Damn.
you're able to grab hold of the ledge and get yourself up in some kind of a frog position where you're able to stand up a little. Flint.
Flint moving close to the ledge and trying to get himself up.
Okay, acrobatics.
A lot better. 14.
14. You try to grab hold of the ledge, and your feet just kind of scamper along with your little dwarven iron shod boots as you slip back down and take another point of acid damage. Griswold,
Oh my god.
make a perception check.
Okay, perfect. 19.
19. It sounds like something's pattering, like coming your way. Lasts for about 2 seconds and then stops. But it looks like it's emanating from this hallway of sludge. In the meantime, in the background, you could hear your 3 comrades back there yelling and cursing and sloshing around. What would you like to do?
I don't know if I have anything to help them. I can help them as soon as they get here, and then I can heal them. But right now, I mean, it seems like Thor Whip is worse than the acid right now. So I don't really have a good way of pulling them out of the trouble.
Well, there's a door behind you if you just want to.
Later.
Come on, Eldon.
Wait, so are you saying the noise is coming from the same side as the door?
No, it's on the same side you are. I'm just saying that you hear Stubby, Flint, and Sirkin slumping around and stuff, but you heard like the soft patter of maybe feet emanating from the same direction you just came.
Okay, I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to take a step away from the edge, and then I'm going to use Thorn Whip in like the general direction, just kind of
Okay.
flail blindly in that area.
Roll twice.
Do I need to roll? I might not need to
Disadvantage.
roll. Disadvantage? Okay. So this is probably not good. Well, it's 10 on the dice, so 15.
15. You crack this thing off, and you hear some kind of a whelp, but it just doesn't feel as though it found what it was looking for.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna digress for just a moment. You know, I was on one of these stupid Facebook groups for 5th edition, and it's called 5e RAW, Rules as Written. And they were talking about whether or not you can see an invisible creature if you had true sight. Now, when we played the Carrion Crown, remember you had the invisible servant?
Yes.
And it was actually seen by somebody. It was seen by the wizard that owned that school.
The school guy, yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
So I wrote that down. I said, well, you know, I used that against one of my players that had used an invisible servant. They deleted my comment. They said it violated the rules of the fucking group. I was like, fuck you, I'm leaving your group. And I left their group. Those assholes are a bunch of assholes. They write inflammatory questions that are a bunch of dicks. Screw them. We rule. So,
Rule of fun, baby.
that's right. Rule of fun. So, whatever you whip this thing at, you were unable to determine whether or not you hit something.
Okay.
You heard like a screech, but for all you know, it could have been a laugh. Stubby,
Dude, I'm gonna try to get out of this shit again.
try it again, babe. Let's do this.
I got 12.
12. Again, you sink down and take another point of acid damage. Sirkin, you've made it up. You see Stubby struggling. You see Flint struggling. But Griswold made it. So
Dude, I'm the dude with the high decks too. I should be out of this shit.
suck my decks, all right?
Man.
So which person is closer to the position I'm in right now?
Stubby.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to Stubby and try to offer a hand to try to help him pick himself up.
Okay.
Offer a hand.
Go
yeah.
ahead and
That's
make an
right.
assist with that.
Acrobatics?
Dex.
Dex. 22.
22. Make your acrobatics roll again, Stubby.
14.
14. You're able to pull him up out of the slime and get him on the ledge beside you. Flint, you're still in this garbage. Take another point of acid damage.
I just love this image as all of us are trying to get out of this
This
slime.
shit's like in your beard,
And
in your ears, probably in your pee hole.
Griswold's
Butthole.
over there around the corner. All we hear is a whip cracking.
Hurry up.
When the circuit comes around, you must whip him. When the stabby comes around, you must whip him.
All right, I'm going to try to get out again.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, no. 7.
Take another point of damage. You already took a point, so you don't need to take another point. You take a
right.
point at the beginning of every round.
Okay.
So again, you slide back down.
I was going to see if... am I restrained by this goop, or can I move?
You could move. Everybody can move. It's just difficult terrain.
All right, well, I mean, I'll move. Since I'm not having luck, can I still move?
Yeah.
All right, then since I'm not having luck, my max distance is 25, so
10.
10.
Yeah.
I
you
move
round
up
down to
10
that, yeah.
10
So you move
feet.
10 feet. So you actually get to the corner because that's about where you fell, was halfway. So actually right at the corner, you're about 5 feet away from turning the corner and looking to the south.
Okay. Making movement.
Griswold, you hear this sound next to you that says, I will haunt you until my demise.
Can be arranged.
What would you like to do?
Um,
And it's somewhere around you. You're not really certain. A lot of the echoing coming off the stone walls. You hear a lot of splashing and gurgling coming from where you just arrived from. So it's really hard to get a general idea where this voice came from.
right. Yeah, I still don't see anyone. I assume I don't see anyone that I can help still.
Not yet.
So, I mean, I might as well again. Best guess in that like blink of a moment, whichever way to crack the whip.
Okay.
I'm going to go for that. So I'm rolling with disadvantage. I had a really good roll, and then I also rolled a 9. So there's a 14.
So you crack this thing off. You'll have to do better than that if you wish to get me. Stubby, Sirkin has managed to get you up out of the slime. What would you guys like to do?
I want to keep. Is Flint behind us?
Yeah, he's still. Well, he's slowly starting to move through this viscous fluid.
How close is he to us?
He's probably about 10 feet away from you right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back and try to help Flint out of the sludge.
What a hero!
Yeah.
So
Yep.
as you go back, reach a hand down towards Flint. Go ahead and make a dex check.
Fuck, man, I can't roll shit. 9.
9. Flint, make a strength check.
Come on, something good. 13.
13. You grab his hand and almost pull him in. but just short of it. Sirkin, what would you like to do? You've done your bid for king and country. You've already rescued this halfling.
I know. Right?
How many times are you going to pull this guy out of the sludge?
Yeah. I mean, there's not much I can really do. I mean, I guess I could go back and try to assist them and try to maybe a tandem
You
pull.
could scissor him? What?
Oh,
I reach one hand and then Sabby uses one hand to try to pull him out. It's like a double assist.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and make that a attempt.
Okay. That is 15.
15. Flint, go ahead and make your roll, your acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. All right. Yes, something good. 17.
17. So you managed to pop him out of this scum as well.
All right.
So the three of you guys, the three amigos, are on this tiny little ledge at this point. Griswold, silence all around you. You don't hear the taunting voice anymore. What would you like to do?
Then I'm just gonna ready in action. I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Stubby, you're on the ledge. Sirkin's on the ledge. Flint's on the ledge.
we need to get to our boy Griswold. So I want to head down the ledge and around the corner.
Okay.
And
Make an
head towards-
acrobatics check.
9.
9. You turn the corner, go about 10 feet, and wah! Back into the slop for another point of damage. Sirkin, you watch your boy Stubby take a header right into this green shit.
Just shake my head.
What are you going to do?
Oh my god. So I'm just gonna continue on the ledge, try to reach Griswold.
Okay.
Sirkin's done with me.
17.
Throw him a barbell. Okay. So you managed to skirt along this ledge about 10 feet away from the end of it. You see Griswold standing there ready to whip anybody that comes around the corner that he doesn't recognize. Flint.
All right, I roll as against Sirkin. No, just kidding.
All right.
Flint.
Acrobatics trying to move closer to Griswold,
Okay.
and I'm back in the pit.
God damn it.
God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run through it this time.
Okay,
Screw
so
it.
you take a point of damage as you land next to Stubby.
All right.
Griswold.
All right. Is Stevie the only one I can see?
Yeah, well, you can see the other two are in the trough in front of you, but they've got to get out of it. Griswold's still on the ledge. He's about 7-10 feet away from you,
Okay, I'm
laughing
going
hysterically
to-
at the stupidity of his comrades.
I'm going to get close. I'm going to get closer to the edge, and I'm going to have my hand out ready to help whoever comes to me out of this acid.
Okay. Stubby, what do you want to do?
How far am I from dry land?
You're about 15 feet away. So being difficult terrain, you would probably be 5 feet short of sticking the landing on this thing.
All right, I'm just going to move forward.
Okay, take another point of acid damage. Sirkin, you want to make it to the edge?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
Okay,
going.
make your acrobatics check.
7.
7. You plump in 5 feet from the end of this, taking another point of acid damage. Flint,
Charging through.
take a
Taking
point
a
of
point of
damage and charge it through.
Charging
Is no one
through.
close enough?
We're about 5 feet shy.
Sirkin is. You'll
Oh,
be there
Sirkin is.
next turn.
Oh,
Wait, so Sirkin's close enough? Can I?
Yeah, he's
try
about
and help
5
him
feet
out,
from you at this
or-
point. You could reach in and pull him out at this point.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Okay. And you don't really have to do anything. You'd eventually just get him out.
Got it.
Stubby, I'm imagining you're going to finish off your run, take another point. As you see, it starts to slope upwards at the end. And Flint, take another point as you do the same thing. I don't think you guys are going to sit in there and bathe and exfoliate or anything like that. But
let's do the backstroke.
so you guys find yourselves on this landing. And as I described it to Griswold, it's about 10 feet wide, goes about 15 feet deep, and actually kind of extends out to the west for like another 10 feet, where there's a door in the southern wall.
Okay, so are we all good?
You're all up on
who's
the land.
worst dog?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
I'm doing okay.
Okay. All right, then I'll hold on to my heel.
I'm feeling a little wobbly.
I could give you a heal. I have 2, so I'm gonna. I'll heal. I'll heal Stabby. Let's see what I can heal you for. It's healing. It's only 1d4, but I gotta add my modifier, so hopefully it'll be good. That is 3 plus 6. I can give you 6 hit points.
6 hit points?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Look at how everybody's just gelling. So you guys stand on this platform or landing, whatever you want to call it. See a single door in front of you with a handle.
Is there a lock?
There doesn't appear to be one.
Okay. I'd like to go up to the door, pause, and then listen. Oh, actually, no. That dude's still invisible. Can I do a perception check and see if I can, see an aura of anybody in the area?
Okay, do it with a disadvantage.
Here's a question. So halfling, I have lucky. If I roll a 1, I get to re-roll. But does that mean a natural 1 or a modified 1?
A natural one.
Okay, so I rolled a 1.
Okay. You don't see or detect anything around you. Everything appears pretty much silent other than you and your other 3 friends.
Okay.
I say we just go through the door.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
By all means, certainly.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck
Who wants,
it.
who wants to grab that handle and lead us into the next session?
I'll do it.
All right. So you grab that handle and turn it, and I'll tell you what you get next session. And that's what we'll end this evening.
Hopefully it's not an STD.
The week's still early.
That's right. Try jerking with that green stuff on your wang. Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeart Radio. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave us that 5-star review. You could also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com. And be sure to check out the galleries. We got a lot of really interesting stuff posted there. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. There are ways for you to help out the show and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass full as you roll those hard 20s.